How's it hanging, YouTube? Peter here, your ginger jawry geek. Welcome back to TripleG Comics. We're doing something a little differently today. We're doing a room tour, just so you can see some of the things I've got in my collection. First things first, just to say I'm a normal guy. I don't have a massively overpaid job or some kind of big stately home. So this is just a spare room in a standard house. I'm hoping when my kids move out, hurrah, I'll be able to transfer some of my collection to one of the bigger bedrooms, but we'll just have to wait and see. So we'll start off by giving you just a bit of a quick turn of the entire room. So we'll look at all of these things in a little bit more detail as we go around later on. I have had a bit of a move around with my collection recently. Oh look, there's my back garden. In that some of the shelves that you'll see here, you may have seen on some of my previous videos, and I've changed them recently to try and make it a bit more of a kind of a display, pretty much because the shelves were starting to heave under the collection of the graphic novels that I had on them. So that's pretty much most of the stuff. We'll look at things in a little bit more detail now. So I picked this up a good few years ago now. I didn't get it myself, I got it from eBay, and this is a Lee Townsend Spider-Man. Love that version of the costume. Love the Ben Reilly kind of costume that he had. I think it was a really interesting take on Spider-Man. I know it's not everybody's favourite, but I personally liked it. So that's a bit of a nice bit of original art. Up the top there, we've got an inked page from an early Justice League series. Again, picked that up on eBay, just really enjoyed it, liked the artwork on it. Along the top there, not a series I particularly enjoyed, but I like the covers, so that's from the New 52 side of things. My favourite comic book series of all time, Kingdom Come, along the top there, but again we'll come back to those in a minute. I've got this absolutely stunning original lithograph, picked it up from Scott's Collectibles. It's signed and dated 88 out of 150. I just love it. I just think Thanos looks superb in it. Warlock in the background there, I don't know if they were hoping, because this came out before the last series of films, I don't know if they were hoping that Warlock was going to make an appearance or something, but it's just brilliant. It's a really nice image. I'm not a big DC man, but one of my favourite characters has always been Nightwing, so this is just a collection of the first issues from the Nightwing series. That was my favourite. Thought it was a brilliant series. But yeah, so just a few Nightwing first issues there. Down here we've got my YouTube filming light. First appearance of New Warriors. First appearance of Marvel Boy or Quasar. First Savage Dragon. And good old Dark Oak. I mean, I should really probably move that, shouldn't I? That's probably going to be £1 million book at some point. So yeah, just a few first apps. I've got some boxes down there. We'll go into those in a little bit more detail later on. They're my chosen collection box. I think that's a nice sturdy box. I've basically got 2 boxes of CGC books that I haven't got room for in my cabinet, which I'll show you in a minute. And then this box is basically issues that are just waiting to be pressed and then graded at some point. That box down there is basically naff. That's just a load of old comics and stuff that I've read, don't think much of, but they're not key books or anything like that, so it's stuff to kind of either give away or trade or whatever at some point. Love this Stan Lee image. I just think it's brilliant. I wish I'd had an opportunity to get it signed, but sadly that didn't pan out. I just think it's a tremendous image from Scott Campbell there. This is nice. This is something my wife picked up for my birthday many years ago from QVC, from when they used to do the Dynamic Forces episodes. I don't know if they still do them. Picked up quite a few books from them in the past. Drop a comment below if they still do it. This is a limited edition one. It's really hard to find much detail about it on the internet. This is 48 out of 250. Not a clue who that signature there is, but it's limited because it's the art version. It's the one where Adam Kubert has done a hand sketch of Captain America. I'm just kidding. It's Hulk, obviously. Really nice bit of artwork there. Lovely lithogram. I don't know. Really like it. From the Onslaught saga. Up here, we've got my Marvel collection books. They go back too deep because basically they're destroying them out of the shelves. Bottom shelf there is all the stuff that's waiting to be read. I haven't read through that yet. They're beasts, those collections down there. They are absolute monsters. I can barely lift them. There's a Wolverine version and a Captain America version as well. I haven't picked them up yet, but I will get them. They're very nice. It's worth just saying that I've got the blinds open today, but normally those blinds are shut, so my comics aren't at risk of fading. On the top shelf, we've got Killing Joke action figure set, a couple of masks and book sets. There's more behind the comics. Captain Britain, first appearance of Captain Britain with mask intact. And then, there we are. And then behind him, we've got an old Transformers comic with first appearance of Death's Head, a character who I quite enjoy. Savage Tales, first appearance of Man-Thing. Sorry, missed that there. And then 2000 AD, first appearance of good old Judge Dredd with tattoos intact. Criminal that he's not a more popular character, I think. I mean, he is quite popular here in the UK, but I think he, you know, superb character, great. And I really like the Carl Urban film that was out a few years ago. Really, really good. And that brings us down to this, my Architect drawer set. We'll go over that in a little bit more detail in a little while. And some bits and bobs on the windowsill here. I love these, don't know where I got them from. So that's Bat Mouse and Super Mouse there. It's a little bit of fun, like them. We've got my Architect's drawers, which we'll go through in a bit more detail in a little while. This blanket, I love, found it in the loft a while ago. This is my original blanket from when I was a kid, from the Superman movies. Up the top here, just a few random books, and then I've got my absolute collection. Absolutely, no pun intended. Absolutely love the Absolute editions. I just like the size and the format. Top shelf is stuff to be read. I've just unboxed some of them, you might have seen. Never read Why the Last Man Stands. I'm really looking forward to that one. And then going down, we've got the ones I've already read. And like I say, right the way down to the very bottom there, we've got tons of them. But I really enjoy the Absolute format. I just like the format. I think it's really nice. We've then got DC graphic novel collection, and then we've got another Marvel graphic collection which I've finished. Bit of a display, interchangeable display that I'm trying to play around with. Got a bit of a horror theme going on there at the moment. Graphic novels I've recently read, a couple of books there, and then more things, more Marvel graphic novels at the bottom. Up top, we've got bits and bobs, really, knickknacks. Favourite Thundercat figure, Salt and Pepper, Superman stopping a train, an Ewok from Return of the Jedi, Dredd's badge, Thanos glove, it's from the Marvel Legends line, it's really nice. Sword of Omens, and again you'll have seen it in an unboxing on this a little while, sorry, a show and tell this a little while ago. Again, one of my favourite props, light up Sword of Omens, sharp as hell. We've got the Marvel limited edition chessboard up there, and we'll come around here. Iron Man helmet, again Marvel Legends Light and Sound, Captain America shield, and a rather sturdy Mjolnir. In my cabinets, we've got basically my childhood. So I've got my Transformers sticker book, first appearances UK and American. Thundercat sticker book, first appearances UK and American. Turtles the same. I wish that was a first print of the Turtles #1, but it's not. Mask, I haven't done a video on that yet. That's a series that I don't know how popular it was, but I love the figures. I don't know what it stands for. Mobile, that's something, Strike Command with a K, bit weird. But love those figures, so I'll do a video on those at some point. Masters of the Universe, He-Man, I've got 8.5 coming of that shortly, thanks to a sale on eBay. Thor, my Mjolnir, signed by Stan Lee and Chris Helmsworth, in a Stan Lee book. Secret Wars, Action Force, now that's G.I. Joe to anybody from America who's watching. And then at the bottom there I've got some Star Trek stuff and a few bits and bobs of memorabilia from when I was in the RAF. The bottom here, we've got the chess set that goes with that chessboard, my shield badge, the Eye of Agamotto, and a couple of keys from this TV series Lock Key, which I picked up before the TV series came out because I love that series of books. Love Joe Hill's writing. That noise there was my knees cracking. So that's those bits. I think I've mentioned everything there. So this beast, this is my kind of pride and joy. I panicked a while ago that I was starting to get some quite pricey comics and people could break in and nick them. So I purchased this lockable set of architect drawers basically. And what I've got in here, and I'll put the phone down in a bit to show you in a bit more detail, but basically each of these drawers pulls out, and I've put some felt inside, and each drawer has a number of key books. So as you can see there, it kind of houses my collection in a bit of a nicer way really. Okay, I'll put the phone down and then I'll fill in the drawers in a little bit more detail and some of the collections in these boxes over here. Okie dokie guys, so this is my pull box. This is basically all the stuff that I've got to send off to James Gower at the comic clinic to be pressed and then graded at some point. So a fair bit of work for you here, James, if you're watching. I'm a bit of an interesting collector, I guess you could say. I collect all kinds of stuff, whatever takes my fancy. So this box is a collection of predominantly first appearances, but it could be pretty much anything. So we'll just pull a few out and see what we've got. Runaways, first appearance of the Runaways. Captain America cover, just like that one. Who's that? First appearance of Punchline. Captain Marvel. First appearance of Rocket Raccoon. Oh, sorry, his Hulk appearance. He was in another book before that. Power Pack 1. I think that's got potential, guys. I think that's something that could potentially hit Disney Plus. Immortal Hulk 1. First Calvin Harris, the Black Superman, ENIAC 1. So like you see, all kinds of stuff in here. Strange Academy 1. First Professor Zoom. It can be Dark Avengers. Can pretty much be a bit of out. Anything that takes me fancy. Civil War 2. No idea why that's in there. So yeah, so that's my pull box, guys. Stuff that's all just waiting to be kind of sorted out and sent off to be pressed and graded. That's an interesting book. Love is Love. That's the first Harry Potter in comic book format. Ice Cream Man. Love a bit of Ice Cream Man. One of my favourites at the moment. First Rogue. Captain Boomerang. New Mutants. Deathlock. I'm just kind of jumping all over here to give you a bit of a flavour of the kind of stuff that's in here. Predator, Alpha Flight, Vision again, Kid Flash, Captain Marvel, Werewolf by Night. Look at that, that's a right irritator. Second Werewolf by Night and some prat has torn the price sticker off there. Never mind. Don't know whether I'll bother getting that graded or not. I'm not sure if it's worth it. Yeah. So there we are, guys. Bits and bobs. A little bit of everything. So yeah, we'll see you. Bye to Donald. Bye, Donald. Right, guys. So first box, which as I said was kind of my spillover CGC books that can't fit into my architect drawers. So we've got, like I say, I am a very eclectic collector. I'm a bit random at times. I pick up what I want and when I like it. So things like, you know, first appearance of, is it Quasar or Quasar? I think I always say Quasar. 9.6 there, anyway. First Angelina. Something that's killing the children. Love that. Love it. Judgment on Gotham. Brilliant series, well worth picking up. We Live. Batman. Michael Keaton Batman. It'd be great to get that signed. Something is, no, it's not. Department of Truth. Elseworlds, Giant, all kinds of stuff. Lock Key, War Realms, Captain Marvel, one of my favourites, signed by Peter Cullen, voice of Prime. Picked that one up from Jason Parker over at 10 Jason Pocket Comics. First She-Hulk. Don't know who that. Oh, first Damien Hellstrom, Captain Britain. Picked these up a while ago. I quite like these. Bloodstone. I don't know if they've got a chance to come into the MCU at some point. First appearance of Hellboy. Marvel Comics 1000. First War Machine. So that's the first box of kind of overspill books. These sturdy boxes are fab, by the way. I would really recommend getting some of them. I love them. Right guys, we're looking at the Architect drawers again. This will be a bit challenging because I'm trying to balance them as I pull the drawers out, just so you can have a quick flavour, a quick look. We'll start on the bottom, which is my Spider-Man drawer. So as you see there, first Gwen Stacy, first Venom, couple of Ultimate Fallouts, you know what I mean? A couple of Ultimate Fallouts, the black cover, first Null, Little Nova, signed by Stan Lee, first Spider-Woman. Shut that one. I think this is a cracking way of keeping your books, by the way, if anybody's interested. So we've got first appearance of Daredevil there. Love that custom label. Shang-Chi. Is it Shang-Chi? Master of Kung Fu. See how I did that? Werewolf by Night. Scent copy. First Punisher, Luke Cage, Ghost Rider, Blade. I'm hopefully going to get a better copy of that. I'd like a Scent copy, but they're extremely expensive. But anyway, Tomb of Dracula. Couple of FFs. Couple of, depends what you want to argue about. First appearance of Hulk. First appearance of Wolverine's daughter. Just a little giant size X-Men 1. 5.5, not bad. First Falcon. First Gambit. Was that Fate as well? Don't know. And we've got two proper first appearances at CGC at the moment. All the key Thor books here. And when I say key, I mean we'll go from, you know, major first appearance there of Thor, obviously, right the way through to the best appearance of any Thor character, good old Thunderstrike. Look at that. That's proper shiny 90s cover. Love it. So, first Thor, first Loki, first Beta Ray, first Lady Thor. 5.0. That's a crime. Absolute crime. Need a better one than that. Silver Surfer 4. Love that cover. Probably going to get that one cracked and repressed because I bought it like that. And it's only a 4.0 and it's a PGX. So we'll probably get those changed. Thor at the top there. Is that Null? Can't remember. And then just a couple of Thors there as well, just to bolster it up. I used to have first appearance of Jane Foster and first appearance of Enchantress, but I sold them recently because I couldn't bear that they were a purple label. I'll pick them up again at some point. The big boys, Avengers 1. Bought this from a guy on Facebook called Ashley Bates. Gave us a great deal on it. It's an awful copy, but I knew that when I bought it. Awful copy, tape on the cover, all kinds of stuff. 1.0. I will get a new version of that at some point in the future. I think I'll pick up a new one. First Captain America. It's only a 3.0. I'd love a better version than that. First Wonder Man. Silver Surfer file copy. So this is one of Stan Lee's personal copies, signed by the man himself. First appearance of... I have sold that. First appearance of Black Widow, which somebody's bought from us and on a kind of a deal thing where they're going to give us some cash in a week or two's time, so that'll be going. First Wasp, that cover I mentioned before. First Hawkeye, signed by Stan the Man. Now, big issue I've got here, I guess, is that I've got 35 books over at CGC and I ain't going to have any space to put them, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. So anyway, gang, that's my little room tour. I think I've showed you everything. Hope you like it. Like I say, not the biggest room in the world, but a few nice collectibles, some rather nice bits and bobs on the walls there as well. And that's my whack. Catch you next time, gang. Bye bye now.